And those are the people that hated Jesus.
Yes, sir. The leaders.
It was the so-called leaders,
Right.
the rabbis of that day, the scribes. Do you know what a scribe is? Do you know the Latin root of scribe? Can anyone tell me?
Teach, brother minister.
Scribo. I write. So the writers in the day of Jesus were against him. How about the writers that write about Farrakhan today?
Same.
When did you hear about me? Who was it that told you about me? Scribes, Pharisees, and some members of the Jewish community. They're so frightened that you shall know the truth, and the truth will what? Free from who and free from what? Are you free? And if you're not, why not? And if you are not free, what are you enslaved by? And more importantly, who? The Bible says, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Ignorance is our worst enemy. And it is in that field of ignorance that Satan plays and manipulates our people against each other. Well, I mean, he was responsible for the death of Malcolm X.
Yes, sir.
Really?
That's a lie.
I mean, no. I want you all to think. Don't you know if they don't like me and I was responsible for Brother Malcolm's death that I wouldn't be here?
That's right.
Can't you see through lies? Or do you think that everything a white man tells you is right, and when a black man comes to tell you the truth, he must be lying? Well, he's a Muslim. He's a Muslim. What are you doing listening to these Muslims? They're fanatics. Why, these people, they're terrorists. And sometimes, you bite on that. Yeah, that's right. Every day we hear something about Muslims killing somebody, bombing somebody, strapping bombs on themselves, These is crazy people. And they come into our campus? And so the word is, you shouldn't attend.
That's right.
Don't go. I was in Baltimore a few years ago, and Carmelo Anthony came to visit me in my hotel suite. I'm sure you may have heard of Carmelo Anthony.
Yes, sir.
Who is he?
Basketball player.
Is he a pretty good basketball player?
Yes, sir.
He's one of the best, isn't he?
Yes, sir.
Guess what? He came to my room and listened to his words. It was the night after my speech, the day after. He said, Brother Farrakhan, I wanted to come, but Mr. Stern, do you know who Mr. Stern is? He's the commissioner of basketball. He told me not to come to listen to you. I looked at my brother and I said, brother, never let any man tell you who you should or should not listen to. aren't you a college graduate? He said, yes. I said, well, what did they teach you if they're afraid that a man can come into the city and say something, and what will he do to you, to your mind? After you are educated, aren't you educated enough to discern truth from falsehood? Or shouldn't you be? Aren't you educated to the point where you should be critical thinkers, listening to people and critically analyzing what they say? You are like that. And if you're not like that for anyone else, you sure gonna be like that for me, because that's what they already told you.
Right.
So when you come to hear me, you're ready now. Your head all twisted up. Eyes on a slant, some of you. And you just met me for the first time. See? So I told Carmelo that never let a man tell you that, because you could not tell his son where his son could go or who his son should listen to.
That's right.
Why should he tell you that? It's because the NBA is just another plantation
Yes, sir.
with rich slaves.